Kunzite is a very popular pink gemstone. It is the pink to purple variety of the mineral spodumene. And the mineral spodumene can form with kunzite these beautiful long crystals. And they often have these grooves or striations on the crystal faces and often have these triangular etch markings in there. Very, very common for these kunzite crystals to have. Another interesting aspect of kunzite, when you look at the crystals, if you look down the terminations or the ends of the crystal, you will see a much, much stronger pleochroic color. Again, pleochroism is different colors in different directions of the crystal. And if you look at the crystal down the end of the crystal, right down the end through the termination, you will see a much stronger color. Kunzite is a pastel stone. By far, the majority of kunzite on the market is a very light color to light color pink. So in those stones, it's very, very important to have it cut extremely well, to have a vibrant brilliance, so you get as much of whatever color is there returned to your eye. In fact, kunzite is a stone where you'll often see the pavilion cut a little deeper. And the reason for that is not so much to save weight, but to get to there's greater absorption of color, and it allows that pink color to shine through more. Remember, down the termination of the crystal is where you see the stronger color, but if you cut in that direction, it is a much lower weight retention. Now, some kunzite is a stronger pink to purple color. Some kunzite can reach a vivid color, and this is rare and it is much more valuable in the industry. So very strong colored kunzite is rare to see in the trade, and it commands a premium price. It's very difficult to cut kunzite. The material tends to, what you might say, shred on the cutter's wheel. Keeps shredding or chipping and chipping and chipping. Brazilians are the masters of cutting kunzite, but Brazilians have trained cutters in China and other locations, and I would say a lot of the kunzite cut in the world now is cut in China or possibly in India. As far as the size of kunzite, kunzite can come in large size faceted stones because kunzite forms in what's called a pegmatite, a large molten slow cooling rock. Because the pegmatites cool slowly, the kunzite crystals can grow to large sizes. If there's any eye visible inclusions in a faceted kunzite, it will drop the price dramatically. It will make the stone very, very difficult to sell. In 1902, kunzite was sent from mines in San Diego County, California to Tiffany, and the vice president and chief gemologist George Frederick Kunz identified the material as a pink variety of spodumene, hence the name that came after him, kunzite. Now, Brazil has been a major producer of kunzite for many years. In the state of Minas Gerais, they can produce beautiful crystals and beautiful faceted material. And mining in Brazil has gotten much more expensive, especially for stones like kunzite. Also in Afghanistan, in the districts of Nuristan and Logman, several years ago, a large amount of this material hit the market. It came from Afghanistan into Peshawar, and then from Peshawar, Pakistan to the global markets. And there was a large amount of strong colored kunzite in the market out of Afghanistan. Now, kunzite can also come from Southern California and Madagascar and some other locations. And the production and the amount of material does vary a great deal. It fluctuates from all the sources quite a bit. A couple of things to consider when you're buying kunzite. A great deal of the stronger colored material, the pink, the purple, stronger colored material, has been irradiated. And it is very difficult to separate consistently irradiated kunzite from natural color kunzite. Very, very difficult and really not practical or consistent for a gemological laboratory to do. Another consideration in this is that the color causing mechanism of kunzite involves what we call color centers, which can be destroyed by heat and light. That is true for both irradiated kunzite and for natural color kunzite. So kunzite is not a stone you want to expose to high temperatures, or you want to have, if it's in a jewelry store, displayed under bright lights in a showcase, or a stone that you would wear all day out in the sun. Kunzite can potentially fade over time, so it is a stone that you want to keep out of bright lights for extended periods of time. But for normal wearing, Kunzite can be a great stone for you to enjoy if you like pink gemstones. It's great for all types of jewelry. Wearing in rings, you have to be a bit more careful with Kunzite. You don't want to subject it to hard blows. It has something called cleavage. It could potentially fracture, but with some care, it's even fine for rings.